The next chorus form says we can play that A, that first lick, once, and we've got two measures left. Now instead of repeating it, let's go ahead and do a fill. So this is the A fill. Next line, play the A, put a fill in, a different fill, and last line A and then a different fill, more specifically a turnaround lick. So A with fills. So we had the option of just repeating the lick since this lick fit nicely into the two measures. We just doubled it to equal 4 measures. What do we do for the fill? Well, this is your chance just to mess around and play something different. Maybe it's a shake. Okay, here comes the fill area. And get a sense where you need to repeat. And now's the beginning of the second line. The fill's really what is going to take some time to get used to is how long is this fill going to be? When do I start after I play my A? And when do I need to stop so that I can be ready for my next line? That takes experience. At first, experience meaning experimentation. Keep trying, find where that fits in. Let's experiment by actually putting in some licks that we can use for fills. Now, looking at your PDF download again, we could use example 4.4. Even though that's a lick that we're going to use as a main idea, an A idea, it's small enough we could use that as the fill. So you could play example 4.1 and then jump down to 4.4. That works really nice. Then the next line we got to go back to A. Now we need something different for the fill. If you want, you could take the first 5 notes of example 4.2. That ends up being around the right length. How do I know? Again, I've got experience on what might fit in that location. That experience you'll get from pulling out little pieces of licks within our 12-bar blues progression and just making stuff up. So let's practice for success here and let's go ahead and use those ideas. We're going to go 4.1 as our A, 4.4 is our fill. We're going to go back to 4.1 for our A, then 4.2 for our fill, that 4-3 blow, 2 blow, 1 draw I just played. And then we need to play A again, so we go back to 4.1. And now we need a turnaround lick. The last 2 measures of the 12-bar blues is the turnaround area. So let's go ahead and take a lick that originally had that turnaround in mind. Example 4.2 represents the last 4 measures of the 12-bar blues progression. So let's use those last 2 measures. And that starts with the 3 blow, 3 blow, 1, 1, and that'll give us our turnaround lick. Later as we continue on, I'm going to be defining more specifically what that turnaround lick is and your different options. But here we're just going to take one from the song. That works pretty well. Alright, let's give it a try. And I'm going to be yelling out these example numbers to help you along as we go. Okay, 4.1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, example 4.4. Yeah, that was a nice fill. Back to our A. 4.2. Yeah, back to our A. 3rd measure. Of example 4.2. Now, all right, that sounded pretty good. Why did that sound good? Well, we had a main idea. We did something different. Now, the next line, as you go for your repeat of A, the listener just expects you to play everything the way that you played on the first 4 measures. But when we go to, after we play our A, we go to our next fill, we're changing it. We went to example 4.2, the first notes in 4.2. And the listener's like, oh, that was kind of nice how I went there, went down. Now this is a surprise because they were expecting a repeat of the original, what we thought of as the fill. So we had A to the listener, ear candy, doesn't mean anything yet. Now you repeat it, all right, now they're humming along, and at the end you changed it. That's going to bring that surprise to the listener. Then you play A again on your last line, and then you change again for the last 2 measures, in this case a turnaround. So what's the listener thinking about on that last line? They hear the repeat again, they're thinking, oh, I wonder where they're going to go next. That's the beauty of chorus forms, is that you give them something for repetition, you're giving that to them so that there's some familiarity within at least that 12 measures. And what the fills do is change things up and keep the excitement, keep them guessing. So let's do that one more time, and then we're going to experiment with having you do your own fills. Let's do it just like we did a moment ago. Our A, 4.1. Ready, go. 4.4 for the fill. Back to A. First part of 4.2. Back to A. Third measure of 4.2. Back to A. I'll take this fill. Let's go back to A. Now you fill. All right, back to A. I'll take this. A. Your fill. Alright, finish it up. Back to A. I'll take this fill. A. Hopefully that was fun for you. A little challenging? Yep, this is your first time experimenting with improvising, making something up on the spot. So what we're doing is taking this lick and placing it into the context of how great improvisers will place it in. So far we've got A, play the lick. In this case we played it twice since it was short enough just to play twice. Repeated it, A, chorus form. What we just did now was playing the A. Is there time left? All right, there was. Put a fill in there. Fill. Play the A, different fill. Change it up for the listener. Surprise for them. Last one, play your A again, another surprise. They're guessing what you might do. That was our A with fills.